Hello there, YouTube. How the hell are you? My name is Vac, and we're here today to talk about one of Crowfall's more unique races, the Elken. The Elken are a race of, clearly elk-inspired, anthropomorphic elk kind of people. They're a pretty cool race. They got a lot going on for them, although their bonuses seem to go in a few different directions. But there are some clear-cut trends here that we can use to judge on how these guys should be played. So let's take a look. First off, looking at their attributes, they have a massive Constitution bonus, not as big as, say, Stoneborn, but up there with a plus 60 Constitution. Then on top of that, they have the 30 strength that you would get if, say, you played a human. So that's 60 points over a human in bonus attributes to start. Looking at their, and also lends them well to melee classes. Don't do what I've done here. You're looking at a Elken Confessor. That's probably the worst choice to play for this class, but we'll get into that. I made him early when I didn't know what I was doing just yet. So looking at their bonus statistics, we have a max Constitution cap, right? 350 is as high as it gets. Better than average Dexterity cap, below average Intellect cap. That's why this was a bad choice. Don't go Confessor. And then average on Spirit and Strength. So while they have that plus 30 bonus to Strength, they cap at 250, which is just, human average. But they can really get into the upper stratosphere on Constitution and Dexterity. So a Ranger or even a Melee Ranger, not really a bad choice here. But we'll get to classes in a minute. Follow through is a passive that increases your range distance, the how far you can shoot. That's pretty useful if you're going to pick Ranger on this class. Passive Gaia Tears is increased critical healing amount. So that's a little bonus to crit healing if you end up playing a healer on this class. And it's not even a little bonus, it's 10%. So that's a pretty good crit heal. That's not a bad boost. Every Crusader cleric out there wishes that they had an extra 10%. So Tanning Techniques is a bonus to leatherworking and leatherworking experimentation of 10. A lot of these races have bonuses to crafting. This is theirs. The Elken are leatherworkers through and through, and they're probably your best choice for leatherworker. If you're early on, you're working with white vessels, they probably are your best choice. Don't do what I've done here and go Confessor. Go Ranger. Trailmaster is another trailblazing ability. It's the same thing where with out of combat, you build up trailblazing over time, and then it increases your movement speed by 15%. Oh, it was 25% with the Elken. The Elken are a little faster than some of the other races that have this. But again, an out of combat speed boost that only applies on foot, does not apply when you're mounted, just doesn't thrill me, right? This is not some great thing. It's nothing to write home about. It certainly has no applications in combat. And then finally you have Headbutt, Gestalt, and Dive Roll. Gestalt is an ability that's going to be very useful in PvP for you, where you can, for a few moments, you can see through enemy stealthers. For 15 seconds, you can see those guys. And that, in an RBR situation, that's going to be used a lot. There's going to be times that you're going to see that guy come over the hill and immediately stealth, and he's coming to set up on you. Well, you can go and hunt him out and take him down and pop him out of stealth and ruin his day. And that's pretty handy out there, especially if you're out there with a small group running around in the RBR zones. So bear in mind, that's a lot of good application there. And then Headbutt is a charge forward 20 meters, knocks down enemies, pushes them back, does some damage. If somebody's using block, it opens them up for attacks. It's pretty decent. We'll get a quick look at that now, shall we? We'll just test that on some wolves. You can see it knocks them down. Well, these are level 1 mobs, so it killed them as well. But You get the point. And grab that free dust. So, that's a quick look. As you can see there, they have a basic dodge roll. It's just 10 meters, 2 pips, just like a human. Nothing too special there. And so that is their granted powers. Let's go have a look at what classes they can play and talk about where they line up best. Okay, so here we are at the character creation screen, and we can see that Elken can play Cleric, Confessor, Knight, Ranger, and Templar. That's 5 choices. That's pretty good for most races. And let's take a close look here. With the bonus to Constitution and Strength, as well as the high Constitution cap, Knight is a great choice for this race. Probably the best choice. Confessor, probably the worst. They have no bonus to intellect to start, and they have a very low intellect cap, even lower than humans, below average. So I don't necessarily know that Confessor is a good choice for this. Having made this poor choice myself, I can pretty well confirm it. So basically, Knight and Templar are going to be sweet spot choices for an Elken. The additional Constitution, the high strength cap, all these are going to play well into your hands. The charge ability that they get. And then those are exactly the kind of classes that you're going to want to be running down stealthers in RVR zones, are those melee killers, right? But still, Ranger is not a bad choice. They have a pretty good dex cap, and they have the additional ranged passive that gives them a little more range on their bow shots. So not a terrible choice for a Ranger, and this is the only dex-based class that they can choose. So if you're looking to be a leather worker, that's the way you should probably go. Cleric, also not a bad choice. You remember they get the plus 10% healing crit. And they have average spirit, nothing special. So this is going to be a tanky cleric for sure. If you just don't like Stoneborn, they're probably a better choice for a tanky cleric, nevertheless. But if you feel like you want to be survivable and you don't want to be a Stoneborn as a cleric, then Elken is probably your next best bet. So there we go. I would say Knight and Templar are the 2 standouts here, followed by Ranger and Cleric, and then Confessor in the back. But you know what? Play whatever you feel like playing. Enjoy your Elken, because this is a game where once you get used to it, leveling only takes a couple of hours. And once you get some in-game wealth accumulated, it can be nearly instant. So just play around with it, try what you like. That's just my opinion. Take it as you will. So that'll conclude our talk on Elkens today. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you could, we'd love it if you could grace us with a like or a subscribe. It would help us grow and help us get more eyeballs on the channel, and we'd sure appreciate it. If you'd like to join our Discord community or our guild, Reckoning, you can do so. There are links in the description below. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can do that there as well. In any case, thanks for watching. We appreciate having you here. Till I see you again, be cool, keep gaming. I'm Vac, and I'm out of here.